In this lesson plan number 4, the theme that I choose for this class is the five sense. This is for second level of bachelor. It has 30 minutes duration approximately. Designed by me, Daniela Villagomez. The objectives of this class is the students were able to identify the five sense, recognize through which body part each sense work, ask and answer questions about the sense and their correct uses, and choose some examples about the sense. For the methods, I choose the audiolingual method and total physical response, solo group, pair activities, and group activities. And the anticipatory set, I will show students different dairy things like grapes, perfume, plush beer, music, landscape picture. This was some things that I have at home. Was more easy for could make the presentation of this class. But also it depends if students can choose or imagine something that looks like these things that they have at home. I think that almost all the people have some fruits or a perfume, some, in this case, a plush bear, something to listen, something to see. And ask them about the things like, do you like ice cream, how it tastes, which body part did you use, and continues with the rest of the seeking the use of their sense. In these with these questions they can identify with part of their body or sense they use, for example, to eat an ice cream, can identify their taste. And for example, for taste the ice cream you use your mouth, your tongue. For the main teaching input, in order to prepare students, I try a little game in pairs where they going to tell a partner their favorite food, smell, sound, texture, and color. Then they're going to expose to the rest of the class the preference of their partner. Uh, After that, I will show them some flashcards where they going to remember and identify how that object smells, sound, it tastes, feel, or looks. And finally, with the same flashcards, students mention each sense using the repeat after teacher technique for a practice correct pronunciation. In this activity, I try to improve the movement of the class, the participation, the motivation, the students feel or learn throughout this with these little games, for make the class more interactive and interesting for them. In the guided practice, the students will experience with class objects and using their sense say the object characteristics. Um, in this section, we the students will able to use some things of the class, like I don't know, maybe with the water, including some things that they have. They can see, they can look, and exchange their information, their observations with me as a teacher and with their friends. In independent practice, I will send the homework in which students have to search objects at home similar to the activity that we do in the class, but with objects at home for use their sense and write in their notebooks each characteristic. It will be a familiar activity where they enjoy discovering and exploring their environment. This is important that the students will exchange their learning and their activities if it's possible with the family or with dad or mom or the person that where they share a home. Um, that they have the initiative to the motivation to do these activities and do in the best way. For the assessment, I will evaluate them through the listening skill. In a worksheet, they going to write the sense that I going to describe. For example, I can be describing in a restaurant eating something, a hot soup or something, or a rest, a dessert, and they have to participate, telling me which sense I will use or they use for that activity. In this assessment section, I will try to all the students participation, because I need to evaluate all the students. For then I will improve these little doubts or understandings that they have, that they can show me through these activities. And then for the closing review and follow-up, I will reproduce a video about the importance of the sense and how they could improve them individually and motivate them to practice that for the future. Here in my lesson plan is the video, the link is a YouTube video, and it's very important for me that students make conscience about this important theme about the sense, because they need to learn about the importance that is for every activity at home, at schools, then in their jobs, their families. So we can exchange this information, and then they will share to this at home or with other partners. For the materials, I choose, like I say in the beginning, diary things that I have at home, as a perfume, a plush bear, some imagine, things that where they can put in practice their sense. Also the flashcards that I mentioned, with some things where they have to tell me which sense they use in each flashcard, in each example that I have in these little images. That's all for my lesson plan number 4.